Most people will work 40 years and retire with almost nothing. I refuse to be one of them, and after watching this video, you will too. I'm going to show you the exact money system I built that lets me grow my wealth on autopilot every single month. No financial degree required. No rich parents. Just a framework anyone can copy starting with their next paycheck. I used to think investing was for people who already had money. That was the dumbest belief I ever held. The truth is, investing is how regular people become wealthy in the first place. The moment I understood that, I opened my first brokerage account at Fidelity with just $500. I bought one share of VOO, which tracks the S&P 500, and that single decision changed my entire relationship with money. Because once you own a piece of the market, you start paying attention. You start learning. You start wanting more. That was 3 years ago. Today, my portfolio is worth more than most people save in a decade. Here is my monthly money system broken down completely. The second my paycheck hits, I have automatic transfers set up everywhere. 50% covers rent, utilities, insurance, groceries, and transportation. These are non-negotiable expenses, and I keep them as lean as possible. 20% goes directly into my brokerage account at Schwab, where I buy VTI and VXUS every single month through automatic investing. 15% gets split between my Roth IRA and my HSA, both tax-advantaged accounts that are building my retirement tax-free. The remaining 15% goes into my high-yield savings account at Capital One, earning over 4% APY. That covers my emergency fund and any short-term goals. Every dollar is assigned before I can spend it on something stupid. That is the entire secret. Let me break down why I chose the investments I chose. VTI gives me exposure to over 4,000 U.S. companies in a single fund. Small caps, mid caps, large caps, everything. One purchase, and I own a tiny piece of Apple, Google, Amazon, plus thousands of companies most people have never heard of. VXUS does the same thing, but for international markets. Together, these two funds give me exposure to basically the entire global stock market for an expense ratio that is almost zero. I also hold SCHD in my taxable brokerage account specifically for dividends. This fund focuses on high-quality companies with strong dividend track records. Every quarter, it pays me cash that I automatically reinvest to buy more shares. Over time, this creates a compounding machine that accelerates faster and faster. Retirement accounts deserve their own conversation because the tax benefits are massive. My Roth IRA is my favorite account in existence. I contribute after tax dollars, but every penny of growth is completely tax-free forever. When I retire and start withdrawing, I pay zero taxes. Zero. The annual contribution limit is $7,000 right now, and I max it out every January 1st. My 401k gets funded up to the employer match minimum, because turning down 100% return on free money would be insane. After the match, I prioritize my Roth IRA and HSA before going back to increase my 401k contributions. Speaking of the HSA, this account is criminally underused. Most people treat it like a medical spending account, but it is actually the most tax-efficient investment vehicle in the country. I contribute the max, invest it entirely in index funds, and I pay medical expenses out of pocket while letting my HSA grow untouched. In 30 years, that account alone will be worth a fortune. Now here is what separates people who build wealth from people who just talk about it. Automation and consistency. I do not manually transfer money. I do not manually buy stocks. I do not sit there every month deciding how much to invest. Everything is automated. My brokerage buys shares on the 15th of every month without me logging in. My Roth IRA contribution happens automatically on the 1st. My high-yield savings gets its deposit the day after payday. When you automate your finances, you remove willpower from the equation. Willpower fails. Systems do not. I also protect my downside religiously. My emergency fund covers 6 full months of expenses, and it never gets touched for anything other than a genuine emergency. Losing your job is an emergency. A new PlayStation is not. I carry umbrella insurance that protects my growing net worth for less than $20 a month. I do tax loss harvesting at the end of every year to offset any realized capital gains in my taxable account. And I rebalance my portfolio twice a year to make sure my asset allocation stays on target. These are not advanced moves. These are basics that most people simply never bother to implement.